Welcome back, America. I hope you all had a truly wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving holiday and spending time with your family and enjoying the much needed break. It's great to be back behind the mic, but sadly, this holiday is over and the serious business of our nation simply does not stop. We have a huge show lined up for you guys tonight on this special weekend wrap-up edition of the Conservative Viewpoint, because frankly, the headlines this week have been a non-stop barrage of developments that demand our attention and conservative scrutiny. We're going to dive right into what I'm calling the auto pin of this. That's right. President Trump is taking a massive, necessary wrecking ball to the past administration's action, declaring that every document that's signed by Joe Biden using the auto pin, it's done. This raises profound questions about the legitimacy of hundreds of executive orders and actions. What was the last administration's truly operating without the consent of governed, or who elected, who were unelected people just deciding it? Far left aides making decisions without former Beau Biden and his full understanding. That man didn't have any understanding the whole 4 years he was in there. We'll break down the unprecedented move and what it means for our nation's laws and sovereignty. But the absolutely most important and devastating news of the week, the one that should silence every talking head in this country, is the terrorist ambush of our two brave National Guard members right here in the nation's capital. This was a brazen, cowardly attack of terror near the White House, resulting in the death of one specialist, Sarah Beckstrom, just 20 years old, and leaving Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf fighting for his life. The suspect, none other than an Afghani national, illegal, but entered the country or legally with Biden's help, but he ended up not being legal, and he was brought in by the previous administration because of the lax policies we are now learning had ties highly sensitive units in Afghanistan. This raises critical, urgent questions. Who is being led into our country, and why is this terrorist here on our American soil, targeting our uniformed military? This is not a question of gun violence. This is a direct attack on the men and women who volunteer to defend us. And while our patriots are bleeding in the streets, what did we see from the so-called fake news media and the liberal establishment? Of course, an absolute disgusting comments, with some outlets and commentators using this horrific act to actually criticize the deployment of the Guard themselves. They have the audacity to attack our troops, who were put on the streets to maintain order, instead of condemning the radical ideology that led to this cold-blooded murder. Their priority is clearly not to protect our servicemen and women or American people. We'll be airing out their shame, and they're drawing a clear law between patriotism and the progressive agenda. It's a sobering return to reality, folks, but that's what we do here at the Conservative Viewpoint. We call balls and strikes. We champion our values, and we hold the powerful accountable. So don't go anywhere. This and so much more, all tonight on the weekend wrap-up. The show begins now. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the start of the Christmas season holiday, right? Yes, sir, Bob. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. And of course, I did. And we are to start off our Christmas season right here, December 1st, with the conservative viewpoint in me. Check it out. Got a new background for you guys to look at. Yes, sir, Bob. I've been working my butt off all weekend, guys. We've got a lot to go on, and I mean a ton of stuff to go tonight. Wow, do we ever have a lot of stuff to go over? Most of it is grim. Unfortunately, this is what happened to our weekend, our Thanksgiving weekend. Terrorist attacks. That's what we had to deal with. Dodge, what's happening, Dodge? This is what we've had to deal with over the weekend, and the loss of one great military personnel, 20 years old. The other guy's fighting for his life. This is just too much going on, guys. We're going to get through this. I got a ton of stuff to go over. You got to hear what is going on. So, hey, let's give a shout out real quick going on here. We got Rumble. We got Facebook down here. We got YouTube. We got Twitch. We got X with Dodge. Right there's Dodge is in there. Yes, he is. And we got Kick over here kicking it out. So, hey, guys, let's get up to the up to the Getters, up the Getter gang right up here. We got the Getter gang. Yes, sir, Bob. We do. Let's get up here and see who's topping us off tonight. We got Radical Right Sean Justice happening right now. What up, Sean? What happened? Shell. Hi, Shell. We got Cecil 1776 in here, guys. Yes, we do. Got a lot of guys in here tonight. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to see you. Let's go down through here. We got Texas John. Oh, yes, we do. Conrad. We got everybody in there. Welcome, guys. Glad to see your faces today, or at least the name of your faces. Now let's shoot over here to the Wimpkin Warriors. And we've got Kurt from the Bayou starting us off tonight. Let me put my glasses on here. We'll see what's happening over here. We got Cecil. What's happening? There's a Rock. There's Mark from the UK, Staffordshire, England's representative tonight. There it is. Hi, Mark. William B. What's going on, man? Colin from Scotland. There he is. There's the man from Scotland right there, guys. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have a great video, and it's going to be a shout out to Mark and Colin for tomorrow because we're not going to have time tonight. I'm telling you. Got a lot of stuff to go over. There's the lovely Marianne. What's going on? Hi, Marianne from Wisconsin. Gotta love the cheese, right? Yeah, that's right. Hey, John M. What's happening, John M? Going on down the road here. Tammy, Texas Tammy. There is Texas Tammy. What's going on? Texas Tammy. There's the Fixer right there. Hey, Guy. What's going on, Guy? We got Guy in the house also with Fixer right there. Guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's going to be a interesting night. I got a lot of stuff to go over, that's for sure. So let's see who's else over here. McCastle's over here in Rumble. Hi, McCastle. Data State, expose all the corruption, local and national. You got that right. And I got to get on to that. I had that stuff, and I got to get on to it state to state. There's some local stuff going on in here. People don't even realize the person is sitting in the House 46th seat in the House of Pennsylvania Senate. Oh my God! Right now, she wants to sit there and try to act like she's doing something, but the money and everything. She doesn't fight for anybody in Pennsylvania until election time comes. She's proven what kind of a real politician she is. And oh yeah, we're gonna put some of that out here this week too. We got to get moving, but we got so much stuff to go over. And the first thing we're going over is supposedly the stuff that we're going to be seeing in the Epstein files is going to be highly redacted. Oh, yes. So far, newly released internal emails obtained through the Freedom of Information Act shows that the FBI spent much of 2025 racing to process and redact hundreds of gigabytes of Jeffrey Epstein-related records, just as new federal transparency law forces the Justice Department to release the unclassified material by December. These documents obtained by Jason Leopold detailed a huge push inside the Bureau known as the Special Redaction Project. According to the emails, DOJ memos, the FBI deployed roughly 1,000 personnel to a Virginia facility early this year to comb through more than 300 gigabytes of digital and physical Epstein case files Agents logged in nearly 4,800 overtime hours. That's not regular, that's overtime hours between January and July, costing us more than $850,000 while they sit there and scratched out everything that we're going to be able to see. So guess what, guys? Everything that we've been talking about of being played by both sides, it is here. Yes, it is. This is so pathetic. It's unbelievable. We get the corrupt from the corrupt as ever. And it's just going to keep going on. And it's never going to stop because we are not going to get anything worth anything. The only thing that they should have redacted is the victims' names and anything that has to do with child pornography. As real conservative, we don't want to see pedophilia. That's the Democrats' job. They're the ones that want to protect the pedophiles. We don't want to see that shit. But you protect the victims and you protect children's identities. It's as simple as that. Everything else needs to be put out there. Of course, though, they're saying, guess what? No Epstein list, no client list. Bullshit. That was the first thing to go. Thank you, Conrad. But yes, guys, this is the stuff that we're seeing. This is what's been coming out. But some of this stuff just came out not long ago. But this isn't even stuff since I've been off. This is just Saturday and Sunday and part of today. I've got a ton more stuff. Not even one, wasn't even from Thursday or Friday. This is all stuff that just came in over the weekend and today. And you're not going to believe the stuff I have. Wait until tomorrow. Sean Lively, what's happening, Sean? It's getting better and better. Well, it's not better and better. It's fucking demented shit. And we don't have to put up with this shit. Dale, what's going on, Dale? Make sure I got everybody before I move on. Hey, did you hear about this? White House launches a fake news media offender of the week page. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it already is starting off with, let me find it here real quick. Where did it go? Where did it go? They've already got people on there. Let's see. Where's that? Shit. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. I knew it was on here somewhere. Okay. The official website includes the Offender Hall of Shame, which features the Washington Post, CBS News, CNN, and MSNBC, which is now MS Now, of course. Oh, yeah. All these people are on there. Repeat offender section also can be found on the page. Guys, just look it up. Just look it up. Media Offender of the Week, White House page. You'll see it. Oh, yeah. They've got everything on there. They got the Sedacious Six in there. Oh, yeah. They got it all. It's a great page. I looked at it. You guys got to take a look at that thing. All right, let's keep going because we got a lot of stuff. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff. Lieutenant Colonel Tony Schaefer, second strike claims a Democrat can narrate the distraction. You guys heard about the second strike on the vessel that they just hit over in Venezuela, and you got the Democrats and all the lame news media faking this shit and saying that Pete Hegseth ordered a second strike because they said there was somebody still alive in the water, and he said take them out. That was a lie. And it just continues to be a lie. They keep pushing this issue. And let me see if I put this one on here. But they interviewed somebody. And no, it's not. I didn't put it on here. But they interviewed a representative, and I can't remember who it was. But they interviewed him saying, yes, Hegseth ordered this second strike on there and kill people. But then you go down through the article, and he says, but we don't know. Oh, yeah, but we're not sure. But they're putting it out anyway. They're running their mouths, putting shit out. And even if it's not true, they don't care. They'll say the stuff and then they'll say, oh, well, they just blow it off after it's done and prove that it wasn't him. Well, there was another article I did not get in here. What a client list, ask Israel. Yeah, exactly, McCassel. Fact. Probably Omar. We got stuff on that rag top too. We're going to have that here shortly, McCassel. You're right, Mark. 98% of that government will fall when this comes out. But guess what? We're not going to see a thing because of them highly redacting this stuff. So it's going to get bad. But anyway, back to the Venezuela thing. You guys been watching this, and they've come back and said now they sit there and said a admiral ordered a second strike. Wasn't him. This is the stuff that goes on where these people can just put out fake shit and nobody's held accountable for it. But according to another article that I did not get put in here, I got so much stuff, it's unbelievable, that it came in later today, just tonight, that Trump is looking into the Venezuela bullshit. But we're being played here, guys. We're being played by both sides on all different kind of information that you can't take it for, and you have to use, and I cite this all the time, the Bongino rule. You got to at least wait a week to find out what's going to happen. And then you're going to be lucky if we find out the truth. We got a lot of stuff that's happening and that we're being lied to about. And some people don't like me saying that, but it's a fact. I'm not making it up. We're being lied to, and all you have to do is be watching and see what information you're put out. Just look what happened with the soldiers that got shot. They were sitting there and they both were dead. And then all of a sudden, no, they're both alive. They're in surgery. It's like, oh shit. It's like, oh God, they both died again. No, they didn't. And it's like, you can't believe anything you hear from these fake news idiots. Even half the politicians in there are putting it out there before they even know what the hell's going on. Just right along with this bombing of that vessel, which is totally illegal, to get rid of the corruption and the killing of American people from these people bringing drugs into our country. But of course, the Democrats want to put that out there and sit there and say that it's lies and all this bullshit. You know, you just can't, you don't know what to believe. They have all been taken into a room with a menu and their deviant desires, and they were being videoed. Oh, I can believe that, Rock. All right, let's keep going here. What do we got here? People, you hear the Democrats sitting there, started with Thanksgiving, and say everybody's struggling, everybody's fighting to pay for food on their tables. Well, the Democrats are saying this because Trump can't get the prices down. Can't get your prices down. But guess what? Black Friday spending soared in 2025 to $250 million spending spree. Oh, yeah. Cyber Monday today was going to be even bigger than it was 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. Everything's bigger and people are still putting out money. So how is it that people are pinching and scraping and not being able to put food on their table, but they just spent $250 billion on Black Friday? How's that possible? Oh, but the Democrats know everything, right? They're the person behind the green curtain in Wizard of Oz. Oh yeah, they're idiots. Because here's an idiot for yourself. Amy Klobuchar ratioed after trying to pin high prices on Trump. Well, guess what? Let me show you. That's what. This is the one that she showed right here, and it happens to be Joe Biden. Should she totally embarrass herself? Because this shows Joe Biden. When did he take office? Oh, 2021? Oh, wait, 2022, it's up. 23 up. 24, 25, all up under Joe Biden. This shows the proof right here that the prices are soaring because of Joe Biden and the Democrats overspending. And this dumb bitch went on there and embarrassed herself, embarrassed the Democrats, showing proof that the Democrats have what caused the prices to go up. Now you take a look at Trump's prices from then to now, and the prices are down like 30%. And these liberal idiots can't handle it. And the Democrats just proved it themselves. With that there, you can't make this stuff up. That is what she showed. Cat Attack reposted the stream. Thank you, Cat Attack. Man, you're everywhere, girl. All right. I appreciate it, too. But yes, the Democrats are dumb as shit. And it just continues to do it. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Oh, response was telling. Scott Jennings presses Democrat to name illegal orders that Trump issued. Guess what? They couldn't do it. Take a look.
You know, there's so much controversy happening in the United States right now with ICE, who are also wearing uniforms.
The only reason that the FBI is even looking into this is to chill speech. That's exactly what it is. He wants these people to stop. He wants other members of Congress to he wants to silence Democratic members of Congress and other elected leaders on speaking out against Trump. When it comes to...
Wait, can I ask you a question? Stop what? You said they want them to stop. Stop what?
They want them to stop speaking out.
So you said speaking out against Trump. So you're saying that you believe that inherent in the video is that Donald Trump has given illegal orders.
No, actually, what I will say about...
Because what Abby argues is that they're just stating a fact, but you're saying it's speaking against Trump.
Because they speak
if
out
it's
against
speaking
Trump
against
in other
Trump,
ways.
then you took the message the way they intended it. You took it the way they intended it, which is that Trump has given illegal orders, and you can't name one, and nobody else can.
Hold on, let me just say that. Congress has a role in ensuring that there are whistleblower protections when people come out
so
and
you
speak
believe
out
there are illegal
when something... I'm not saying there is. I'm saying in the Biden administration.
Okay.
I'm saying in the Biden administration, there were whistleblowers. In other administrations, there have been whistleblowers. And what happens is Congress's responsibility to ensure that these people have protections wherever you are in the federal government and whether you're in our military. This has happened throughout administrations. And if they have reason to believe that there is something that is unconstitutional that has occurred, then they should be able to move forward.
I hear you. Just to put a bow on it, you believe that it is that you took the message. Democrats are encouraging the military to defy the commander-in-chief over some current orders that you can't name, but you're pretty sure they're illegal.
Here's what I believe. I believe that regardless of the president, no one in our military should actually follow through with unconstitutional orders.
What are they?
That's what I believe.
Now, you heard it right there. This is what's been going on all weekend. These dumbass Democrats want to sit there and stay up and tell our military to disobey an order, period. Doesn't matter if it's from Trump, if it's from their colonel, generals, whatever it is. They're trying to tell them that. But guess what happens? There's nothing in the code of conduct, the military code of conduct in there that tells them what a illegal order is. They can be jailed and imprisoned under Articles 90 and 92 of the CMGA, whatever it's called. Code of Military Justice, whatever it is. Anyway, they could be imprisoned and everything for that because they cannot determine what is an illegal order. So they have to risk their career, their pensions, and everything, and going to jail and everything. They have to go to jail first, and then they have to go to court to prove it because the only one that can say if it was an illegal order or an unconstitutional order is the judge in a court. So they're telling them, you go commit a crime, you go to jail, you go and fight it yourselves in court to prove that it was an illegal order. You just can't say it was, and actually do it. So this is what these Sedacious Six or whatever they're calling them idiots are telling our military members to do. And that dumb ball-headed bastard, Jeff, Texas Jeff, and Pat. Pat is here. I saw Pat. Pat, hi, Pat. Love seeing Pat come in there. There she is. Pat, hi. Tell everybody. Pat, tell everybody hi. Tell everybody. All right. But yes, they're telling them to commit a crime, but then you fight it out yourself. They don't have your back. Your ass is going to jail until you can prove that it was an illegal, unconstitutional order. That's exactly what's going on. And then you've got these liberals parroting what these dumbass Democrats are saying. And they think they're right. You can prove it to them. I sent them the articles of 1992, and they sit there and say, oh, you can fight that. No, you can't. You'll go to jail. It's as simple as that. You disobey an order in the military, your ass goes to jail. Then you have to fight your ass to prove that it was an unjust order that was given to you. So this is what the Democrats are doing. And guess what? It'll break our military down. That's what they did with the COVID shot. They made them kicked everybody out if you didn't take a COVID shot to reduce our military, to weaken our country. That is what they're doing with this too. They're telling them to do that to weaken our country even more and weaken our military. Exactly right there, Cat. Cat attack. All right. What else we got here? Let's keep going here. These dumbass Democrats are going to get these guys in trouble. But did you see this? FDA officials, at least 10 children died due to COVID shots. And this is well under reported. So these numbers aren't even close to being right. But they're actually putting it out there now, proving the fact, which we already knew, that the shot was killing people. We got banned from social media sites because we've said this stuff before, because we're not medical people and So you get banned from social media sites for saying the exact thing of what we said was right. And now they're saying it right now and proving the fact that these people are dying. They didn't need to get the vaccine because they already had immunity to this stuff just by being young and healthy. So what do? We give them a shot that kills them. Population control right there, guys. Oh, yeah. It's never going to stop. Uh-oh, I missed something. Exactly, Kurt. Got that right. All right. So the FDA, they're putting it out there because, of course, half the states, and most of them are Democrat-run states, are not reporting the deaths of these children. We saw them all over the news while this was happening, and they're not reporting it. So this is why they've only showed 10 children. They know there's more, and they're hiding it, like everything else. All right, here we go on with the Trump to void all documents allegedly signed by Biden via AutoPen. Threatens perjury charges. So, if this is the case, why are we not seeing people being nailed to the wall? You got a ton of people that were pardoned for this, and one being Hunter. Why are we not seeing anything done? But according to Truth social media post, Trump claimed that 92% of documents signed during Biden's presidency were done so with this device. So this should start off a conveyor of lawsuits, indictments, perp walks, mug shots, everything. We need seeing something done. Just don't tell us shit that's going on and not do something about it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're seeing with Epstein. That's what we're seeing with all this stuff now. If it's a fact, let's see it done. Don't just tell us this stuff. All right, now we're going to get into some of the National Guard shooting and why it's happened. And that is typically on Joe Biden and the Democrats. And we're going to get into it now. Afghan resettlement program to be scrutinized after the shooting. Planned bombing of National Guard, which we got all this and more coming right up. Trump's guard, Sarah Beckstrom, of course, unfortunately passed away after she was savagely attacked by a terrorist let in by Joe Biden, legally and then illegally afterwards. Now, I'm not showing this video because it's a new video emerges of the D.C. National Guard shooting as soldier clings to life. This video showed the terrorist chasing our military guy with the gun right before he got shot. I'm not going to show it. It's too disgusting because every time I see shit like this, I remember that the Democrats are the ones that let these people in. This guy was radicalized here in the country because of the terrorist cells that are popping up all over the place. And that is according to Kristi Noem, that this shooting suspect was radicalized here in the United States. How many more do you think has been like this? Because a day before in Texas, another terrorist here illegally was caught going to blow up a building in Texas. Oh, yeah. One day before this happened. What do you think that guy in Texas was being used to distract everyone from what happened to that shooting in D.C.? Because it happened 24 hours prior to this. This, guys, is a wake-up call. They are testing to see how far they can get away with stuff. I told you before, and I'll say it every damn time and turn around. These Muslims are liars. It's pathetic. They'll lie to you straight in your face and not blink an eye about it. I think that guy in Texas, because he was posting online about blowing something up in Texas. 24 hours before this guy went over there and shot up our military members. Think about it. Let me know what you guys think. Crimes against humanity, hang high. Exactly right. They all need to go. It's as simple as that. Sorry if you guys don't like it, but it's a fact. Oh, yeah, Rock, that's right. We got that too. It's Trump's fault, Rock said. We got that coming up. Democrats are trying to do that too. But Trump is freezing all asylum decisions after the National Guard killing spree, the terrorists on our national force. Sorry, guys. But he is freezing all decisions. Nobody's coming in here. And Trump vows to permanently pause migration from third world countries after this guard shooting. Now, all these people that Biden allowed in here under the Operation Allies Welcome to Afghanistan. Get this. Individuals flagged for concerns. Department of Homeland Security data from May of 2024 revealed that over 6,800 individuals who arrived under Operation Allies Welcome were flagged for potential derogatory information. Of these 6,800, 5,500 have potential national security concerns. They let them in. 956 had public safety concerns. They let them in. 876 had fraud concerns. They let them in. On top of 190,000 more people that were not properly vetted. So how many terrorists do you think we've got kicking in this country? Because this guy that shot our guy was one of those 190,000 people that they brought over here. How many terrorists do you think are in this country right now because of the Biden regime and the piece of shit Democrats? I guarantee you about all of them. Guys, keep your head on the spindle. That's why we keep telling you this. That's why we had the Don't Get Dead segments. All that stuff. Oh, yeah. Because exactly, Rock. It was an invasion, a planned invasion by the Democrats. Joe Biden's mind was shot to shit when he first got in. So you can't blame him, but he is or was the sitting fake president of the United States. So everything goes back on him. But the Democrats and the people who are running him that propped him up as the weekend at Bernie's are responsible for this. I did not post any page yet, but Castle. All right, another catastrophe that could have been averted. Rapists should be raped by some silverback and then put them in prison, Fixer. It'll take care of all that. They can't. You don't touch a child. You don't touch a woman. Inmates will take care of it for you. Get your backhoes and dozers ready, boys. There's going to be a lot of dirt digging real soon. Got that right. Moving them out sooner than later. Every single person is, and I know I have more stuff in there, guys, about all this stuff that's going on because Trump has done some more stuff that every single one of them from third world countries that are here are gone. Take that Rad Top Omar with her and take them and send them all back to Somalia from Minnesota. Oh, yeah. And send Tampon Tim while you're at it because that fraud piece of shit, 100% responsible for the fraud that's going on in Wisconsin right now. It's bad. But here it is. That's the guy I was just talking about. The dude from Afghani parolee arrested for threatening to blow up buildings in Texas. I guarantee he was a distraction. Guarantee it. Afghan national admitted via Operation Allies, charged with making terroristic threat. That's the one that was going to blow up the building in Texas. But our CIA, cut deals bringing Afghan zero-unit fighters, including accused guardsman killer, to the U.S. The CIA brought them over here. Our own government. So tell me this is not a planned invasion. Thank you for that, Rock. And I told you I had a lot of stuff here tonight, guys. Because this is why I named this show the Thanksgiving Weekend Nightmare, because that is what it's been, other than me having dinner with my family and some good drinks and stuff. The news is just a nightmare. Thanks, McCastle. I did this for you guys. Look at this. You like that? You guys like? Some people liked it. They told me they did. But okay, here we go. Let's keep going. Yes, exactly, Rock. The CIA did this stuff, brought and made a deal. Who the hell did they make a deal with? The Democrats. Who else was in power when that disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan happened? Joe Biden and the dumbass Democrats. They made a deal with the Democrats to bring these terrorists over here. And this is what the American people are dealing with this now. Our American people are dying because of what the Democrats done. It's a fact. Liberals won't come on here because they know they can't beat us. It's as simple as that. Anyone else see the guy slapping bacon on the Quran? Spell check, capitalize. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys love that, right, Conrad? I love that stuff. All right, let's keep going. Trump snaps at reporter who repeatedly insists that all Afghan refugees are vetted. Oh, you got to hear this. Where's it at? Here it is. Take a listen.
Why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in. And they came in, and they were unvetted, they were unchecked, there were many of them, and they came in on big planes, and it was disgraceful. And if you look, you'll see there was a law passed. It makes it almost impossible not to let them in, not to certify them, so to speak, once they come in. And they came in, and they shouldn't have come in. And frankly, the whole thing was a mess. The whole Afghanistan situation was a mess. It should have never taken place. If we're going to go out, and we would have gone out because I had everybody ready to go, we were going to go out with strength and dignity and precision, and we would have left from Bagram, and we would have kept Bagram, by the way, because of its very close relationship to China and where they make their missiles. But when you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, they made a terrible mistake. But they were incompetent, yeah.
Are you stupid? I love that, man. That is freaking awesome. And yes, I'll answer it for her. Yes, she's stupid. That was the best ever right there. That's what we voted for right there. Because they are stupid. And I gotta tell you this. This is from Jeff. A slice of bacon a day keeps the Muslims away. I love that one. That's freaking awesome right there. But guys, this is the problem that's going on. These people are stupid. This is what the Democrats have caused. But you can't explain these dumbass liberal idiots. Oh, no, it's not their fault. But you got Noam here blames Biden administration for allowing National Guard shooting suspects into the U.S. without proper vetting. Responsibility lies with them. The blood is on their hands. As simple as that. There's no way around it. It is on them. Hot bacon grease enemas would deter. Ah, good touch, Arab Fix. But this is the stuff that we're seeing every day, and it's a fact that they are the cause of this. With the terrorist cells that are popping up all over our country because of these dumbass Democrats, and this is just a start, guys. We're seeing it. And you wonder, they sit there and call us Islamophobic or whatever however you say it. The problem is why we're that way? Because of this shit. You got Muslims shooting our people up, causing terrorist attacks in this country. You just elected one into New York, you dumbasses. What do you think's going to happen? This is not Islamophobic. It's a fact. They are terrorists. They lie. And that's what they're born and raised to do. Watch, guys. We're seeing it live. And I hate to say that, but we're seeing it perfectly said. I love bacon too, Cat Attack. Bacon. Everything's better with bacon except desserts. I watch some of those cooking shows and stuff, and they sit there and they say to put bacon in cupcakes or in an icing or something. No, bacon don't belong in dessert. Bacon belongs fried up, real crispy, in my eggs. That's the way I like it. But that's not part of my diet. I can't eat bacon on my diet. So I got to get back on my diet, man. I was eating like a pig. My sugar went like way up. Oh, yeah, it was crazy, right? That's freaking awesome. All right, let's keep going. Here we go. They said, shut the fuck up. White House hammers New York writer for trivializing National Guard service members. We're going to get into these people now. These dumbass fake news media. And you know about the Guard members dying. So, what was her name? Damn it. Amid the outpouring, the families, okay, we're going to get a New York Magazine chief Washington correspondent, Jane Meyer, decided to publicly trivialize the military member's sacrifice. This is so tragic, so unnecessary. These poor guardsmen should never been deployed, wrote Mayer. I lived in D.C. and watched as they had virtually nothing to do but pick up trash. It was a political show, and at what cost? Mayer is apparently suggesting that the National Guardsmen who died and others overseeing an historic transformative decrease in violent crimes in D.C. were glorified garbage pickers. Did not go over well with the American people. They called them garbage men. Oh, yeah. Not protecting this country. This is what this dumb bitch did. And this is just the start, guys. Wait, I got more. And I'm going to let you listen to this one. Wait, let me go back here for a second. Tina! Hi, Tina. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys are getting them. Bacon will heal you. Tina Winchester is over here in Facebook, guy. We haven't seen Tina for a long time, but she got my card and stuff. And I appreciate you letting me know, Tina. Bacon with chocolate. Don't knock it till you try it. Oh my! I did not try that, Cat Attack. William B said the same thing, Cat Attack. Chocolate covered bacon. He likes it too. He got a thumbs up on there. Yes. Send him to a gator farm. Let's send all Muslim to it. Thank you, Tina. All right, MS Now reporter gets obliterated online for unbelievable comment of shooting for National Guards. Another dickweed wants to sit there and, you know what, it's only 29 seconds. Take a listen.
You know, there's so much controversy happening in the United States right now with ICE, who are also wearing uniforms and wearing masks. And so there's, you don't know, people walking around with uniforms in an American city. There are some Americans that might object to that. And so apparently this shooting has happened.
They're wearing uniforms, so they deserve to get shot because they're wearing a uniform. That's what this piece of shit decided he has to say. What else we got here happening? Here, let me refresh. I had a lot of stuff. My computer was running slow as shit because I had so much stuff in here. Remember, cholesterol is needed, ESP for your brain. Don't take statins. Boy, my cholesterol is way up, Shell. Applewood smoked bacon, chocolate covered, tastes great. Man, see, everybody's talking about it. Now I gotta have to try it. Man, Conrad, you guys are crazy. Here we go. Liberal commentators blame Trump for National Guard shooting. Oh, yeah, it never fails. Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth, this comes from John Pavlovich, piece of shit here, are culpable for endangering the National Guard by putting them in harm's way. No, the Democrats are the problem behind all that because they let the criminals into this country for the reason why our National Guard is out there trying to protect us. It's as simple as that. This just keeps on going. These pieces of shit just keep going. Oh, don't worry. We got Ragtop himself, Hakeem Jeffrey, disgraceful response to guard shooting. So for you to say, I can't say it or I can't show it to you. It's going to take up too much time. But instead, Jeffries delivered the same partisan script he always preaches. Blame Trump, attack the Republican, avoid acknowledging the policies that allowed this to happen in the first place, which was the Democrats' policies, Joe Biden's policy. It's simple as that. It's ridiculous. These people are so, and that's what Ragtop. Every time you see a Hakeem, you hear it right there. Hakeem, I gotta clear my throat. Man, this piece of shit. Oh my God! And I saw on Vic's show tonight that she showed Robert De Niro in there running his freaking mouth about Trump and stuff. Why don't they ever put people like me to confront these people like this? I resemble that comment, or crazy like a fuck. Yes, sir. Yeah, Cat Attack, you are a fox. I'm telling you what. Now I got to try the chocolate-covered bacon. Put me on there with these dumbasses. Hakeem, like that one, Sean. Because nobody pushes back on these Hollywood pissants like Robert De Niro, Dumb Nero, or this Hakeem Jeffries. Nobody pushes back on him and puts him right in front of the camera. They always go to a camera that is biased to them. And don't let anybody do it. Put me on there. Get me on there with them. They won't get away with it. I would love to do that in a heartbeat. All right, what else we got here? Trump lats Democrats, Governor Tampon Tim Omar on immigration, because they're still talking about what do we got here. Trump began by stating the official United States foreign population stands at 53 million, before inserting that most are on welfare from failed nations, from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, and drug cartels. 53 million. All the Somalis are from Minnesota and Omar. How do you think she gets elected all the time? Start right there, lock them all up, send that raghead with her, get on there and get her the hell out of here. Send her to he said, why is she still in our government? She shouldn't be. And he even said on some talk show, I can't remember what he was on, about her marrying her brother and stuff. Oh yeah, get this one, send them back. Somalia first, pitted against America, first in Minnesota. Excuse me. Omar attacks Trump over special status. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of the great state, and billions of dollars are missing, continued Trump. Send them back to where they came from. It's over. Simple as that. Get buses, get them on there, get them out of here, and have her on the first bus gone. What else we got going on this weekend? Get this. Pro-Palestinian agitators stormed popular fashion store in Manhattan, in New York. But, there's no crime in New York. On Black Friday, there is nothing with these people that these Democrats don't pay these people. They're pro-Palestinian, pro-terrorist, and this is what's going on in New York. You think this is bad? Wait until January when that douchebag takes over. Oh, yeah, that jihadist is going to make it even worse. Oh, yeah. And that's not it. Trump declares airspace over Venezuela closed to airliners amid tension with Maduro. He told Maduro, get the hell out, because that's the only way this ends. Told Maduro to step down, get the hell out of there, because he's not going to stop. Trump military strikes decimate drug-filled Venezuelan city. Collapses its economy completely. Everything is dead. This is what's happening. Then you have those reporters interviewing him on Air Force One and saying, are you going to be bombing more in Venezuela and land stuff? And why would you ask that? Trump's not going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, we're doing it. Dumbass reporters should be thrown off of Air Force One in midair and never to come back again, because they ask stupid questions. And why he's calling people stupid? This is exactly why he calls them stupid, because they are. On top of everything you've heard tonight, guys, everything. More than 220 judges have now rejected the Trump administration mass detention policies. Oh, yes. All Democrat-run activist judges have agreed to reject Trump's detention of terrorists, of criminals. Every single one of these people that have came across during the Biden regime are criminals. As simple as that. There's no way around it. You can spin it however you want, you dumbass Democrats, but it is a fact. They are all 100% criminals. This effort, which began to abruptly policy changes by Immigration and Customs Enforcement on July 8th, has led to a tidal wave of emergency lawsuit at taxpayers' expense, which we did not call for or allow, after ICE targets were arrested at workplaces, courthouse, check-ins with immigration officers. Many have lived in the U.S. for years illegally, but nobody gives a shit. Even if you don't become a citizen, they don't care. They still feed you our taxpayer benefits, which the Democrats said they weren't getting. Well, they're finding out the fact that they were getting it. But at least 225 judges have ruled more than 700 cases that the administration's new policy, which also deprives people of an opportunity to seek release from the immigration courts, is likely a violation of the law because they're activist judges. It's not a violation of the law. They violated our law to get in here. They violated many of laws getting here. They did not seek asylum in the country that they first got to before coming into our country, which already broke a law. So it's done with that. These activist judges need removed, as simple as that. They have caused this problem on top of, and it's money, guys. It all comes back to money. I guarantee that our taxpayer money are paying these activist judges to rule this way, because not a person that actually upholds the law is supposed to interpret the law, not make them. It's all about money. Oh, yeah. All right, what else? We got one more thing here. One more thing here. Go out for there, damn it. And get this one. This has nothing to do with this, except this is a Supreme Court out of Maine. Democrat run. Get this one. This is disgusting. Court rules that a 12-year-old's mother cannot read her the Bible, and they cannot take her to church. Holy shit. This should start a firestorm of religious liberties. Oh, yeah. This is the Maine Supreme Court. Recently heard oral arguments concerning the case of Emily Bickford. Yeah, Bickford, who was blocked from taking her 12-year-old daughter to church. Bickford received a custody order from a lower court forbidding her from taking the girl to services at Calvary Chapel, an evangelical Protestant fellowship of churches centered on expository Bible preaching. The order also allows prohibiting the daughter from reading the Bible, according to November 12th release of the Liberty Council, a legal advocacy group assisting Bickford in court. The custody ordered Matthew Braden, the girl's biological father, the sole right to decide about whether his daughter attends any Calvary Chapel services, whether she can review video messages or literature from the denomination, or even whether she can communicate with any members, according to Liberty Council. The order indeed encompasses any other church or religious organizations, or exposes the teaching of any religious philosophy or Bible in general. This is what's happening in our country, guys. On top of the terrorists that they let in, now you've got a Maine Supreme Court messing with people's religious liberties granted to them by God under the Constitution, and they have enough nerve to sit there and violate somebody's constitutional right, even a 12-year-old child, and telling a mother what she could do with her child. We've got a big problem in this country, guys, and it goes back to the Democrats. It goes back to the Biden regime. Everything that I've gone over with you guys tonight goes back to these dumbass Democrats. It's not stopping, guys. Fiction. The Somalis in Minnesota are getting busted, billions ripped off. And you know what, Tina? Tina's over here now. I didn't even say it. Hi, Tina, over in Wimpkin. But this is what's happening. But all this money that these Somalis are stealing, and 100% of it, and people that work in the Minnesota government warned that Tampon Tim was 100% behind all this missing money, all this fraud. And Tampon Tim gets on there and says that the people responsible are going to jail. Not him. The pervert himself putting tampons in boys' bathrooms. And if he ain't a fag, I don't know what is, because you can tell him when he's doing that way, he's walking and stuff, the way he acts. His wife is just a cover-up. Why isn't it happening? Because they are all compromised. Exactly, Rock. Charles, what's happening, Charles? We are being played by both sides, guys. I'm telling you. If you can't see, and I know you guys can see it because we're hearing all this stuff and seeing all this stuff that's going on. Now we got courts messing with people's constitutional right for free religion and everything. This is getting worse and worse. That's why the title of this show is Thanksgiving Weekend Nightmares, because that is what it's about. And that is what's happening. It's been one nightmare after another, and it's never going to end. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. You've been awesome. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I know it's a lot of information to put out there, but a lot went on, a lot we needed to cover, because everything that's going on here, guys, that's why keep your head on a swivel, is because of these dumbass Democrats. They're trying to spin things out to try to get a public opinion on this stuff. And they're brainwashing them even more. They're continuing this to try to gain power back. That's all it's about. It's about their money laundering operation. It's power, trying to get power back. They are hoping these elections keep going in their favor to try to draw the power back to them. If they get power back, guys, this country is doomed. Everything Trump has done will be twisted around, and the pedophiles are even running more. Thank you for that, Conrad. Pedocrats and Republicans are the uniparty. This is what's going on, and it's never ending. This is why we sit there and we fight for this every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed my background. I got a new closing tonight, and don't forget to tune back in tomorrow, because we got a great show again tomorrow. Nobody's above the law. Exactly, Cat Attack. He's not above the law. I know, McCassell, right? But hey, guys, I really do thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been awesome. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be in front of you guys. I'm glad to see your lovely faces in here. But we got more of this tomorrow, so don't miss it. It's going to be off the hook. I got some great videos for you. A lot of viewers sent me some stuff in here. You guys aren't going to want to miss those either. We're going to get into some funny stuff. And as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to start setting up for tomorrow's show, because I got a lot of stuff to go over. But we are going to, if I don't get to all the stuff I have today, I'm going to delete most of it and put on stuff that I get between now and tomorrow night. And I'll put that on if it coincides with everything. But I got a lot of stuff to go over. We are going to have some funny videos tomorrow, guys. I got some from Green Frog Labs. I got some stuff from, I got to take stuff off here too. I've got stuff from Gregory. I got some stuff from John. I got some Eric Von Zipper. Got special one for Mark and Colin. You guys got to be in here to watch it tomorrow. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. So, hey, guys, I'm going to leave you with this, because that brings us to the end of our weekend wrap-up edition of the Conservative Viewpoint. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in tonight. I'm so grateful for your dedicated viewership and participation in chat. It is your passion for conservative principles and truth that makes this show possible. And there is no better way to officially kick off the start of the Christmas holiday season but spending it with you. So we covered some heavy ground tonight, guys. From the crucial legal battles over the auto pen orders to the heartbreaking and infuriating terrorist attack on our National Guard heroes, and the shameful response by the mainstream media and the dumbass liberal idiots. We will continue to attract these stories, seeking justice for those brave patriots and demanding accountability for those in power. But before we sign off, guys, remember, set your calendars. Join us again back here tomorrow night for another fantastic news-packed show here on the Conservative Viewpoint, which starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But make sure you tune in a couple hours earlier at 7 p.m. for the incredible Rebel Chick with a cause, because she puts on a great show, guys. So please have a fantastic and peaceful rest of your evening. Stay safe. Hug your loved ones a little tighter this holiday season. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you right here live tomorrow night. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.